Hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. This is my preview of the Arsenal versus Liverpool game at Anfield. Now, this is our biggest test this season. Now, we're going to talk about Liverpool and what do we know about them at the moment. Well, at the start of this season, Liverpool lost on penalties to City in the Community Shield. They won against Chelsea in the Super Cup on penalties. But their last two Premier League games, they've won both of them. They won 4-1 against Norwich and they won 2-1 against Southampton. But for me, I think the Liverpool fans at the moment, they're trying to work out what they are trying out differently this season to what they were last season. If it's a combination of fatigue or teams, figuring out Liverpool this season. But Jurgen Klopp is making tactical change on defence, like making Liverpool to push up the field a lot higher than they were last season. So maybe if Liverpool are going to be pushing up the field more this season to what they were last season, maybe the best bet for teams to do is to play the ball over the top of them. Now, with Arsenal, that kind of helps because we're going to have the likes of probably David Luiz in defence, so he can knock the balls over the top for Aubameyang and Lacazette to run in behind them. So maybe that might be the advantage to actually get in behind Liverpool this season. I mean, Norwich done it. They played the ball over the top, over Liverpool, and then they was in at goal. So let's talk about Arsenal. Arsenal have won 2 games out of 2 in the Premier League, and it's been the first time in over 10 years since Arsenal has done that. We won against Newcastle 1-0 away from home. That was it wasn't the best of performances from us, but we grinded out for the 1-0 win and got the job done. And then last weekend we beat Burnley at home 2-1. Now, it wasn't the easiest of games, because we know what Burnley are like. Burnley will knock the balls over the top, and and they will be very tough and very physical against teams. So, but Arsenal still managed to get the 3 points. But as I said at the start of this video, but this is our biggest test, and it is because we have gone to Anfield in the past and we've been slapped left, right, and centre. We've lost 4-0 before, we lost 5-1. We lost 3-1 in 2017. We lost 5-1 back in 2014. And then back in 2009, we got that magical 4-4 draw. If you remember, when Andre Arshavin scored all 4 of our goals. But the main change for us is more or less, have we changed as a team, as a club, or is it the same old Arsenal? Is it going to be the same turnout as it has been throughout the years? Is it going to be us going to Anfield and getting slapped left, right, and centre? Or are we actually going to come away with something? Are we actually going to come away with either 3 points, or are we going to come away with a draw? Now, for me, I'd be happy with a draw. Don't get me wrong. I'll be much happy with a draw, because at least we haven't come away with nothing. I mean, if the players put in 110% in, then that's fine. By all means, if they put their heart and their soul on the line, then that's fine, because us fans are not going to criticise them, because they've given everything they can to get the 3 points and to get the game done and dusted. But I'll be happy either way, if it's a draw or even with 3 points. So guys, with that said, I'm going to get into my predicted lineup and obviously my predicted score. So we're going to get into my predicted lineup. We're going to start off in goal, and that is Bernd Leno. Pretty plain and simple choice. He's the #1 goalkeeper, and that's all I need to say on that matter. Now, the formation I am playing for this game, I'm actually going to go with a 4-3-3. I'm going to play the same way as Liverpool, same formation. So we're going to start off in the defensive area in the flat 4. At right back, I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Didn't do too bad against Burnley. He did get caught out a few times down on that right hand side. But I think that I think that's one of the key areas we do need to change, is that right back. But he's doing the job. He's covering for Hector Bellerin at the moment, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We're going to move to the left-back position, and I'm going to go with Nacho Monreal. Pretty solid performance, but again, against Burnley, he was caught out a few times. And obviously that position has been addressed. So he'll cover for now until either Kolesnik or Tierney is back. As the two centre-backs, first off, I'm going to go with Socrates. Pretty solid performance against Burnley, did what he had to do. But I thought at times, he was a bit quiet. And David Luiz pretty much done all the aerial stuff, I imagine. But, you know, Socrates, he's doing the business. So I'm going to go with Socrates. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with David Luiz. Now, I think he had a good debut against Burnley. He dealt with the aerial duos. He dealt with, you know, the basic stuff. And what I think that he could bring to this game is his long passing, his long range over the top. The long balls over the top of Liverpool, I think that would be very, very key. Because as I said, as we know, Liverpool are going to be pushing up more. So maybe Luiz will come in handy for this, where he could play the balls over the top. So yeah, I'm going to go with David Luiz. We're going to move into the midfield area. And I've gone with the three in the middle, but I'm going to go with the two defensive midfielders first. First off, I'm going to go with Joe Willock. I think he'll be ideal for this game because I actually want energy. And I think that Joe Willock provides that. Now, Joe Willock, I think he will be able to get through the Liverpool's midfield and get into that, get up by the final third. So I reckon that Joe Willock can push us forward and create him more chances. So I'm going to go with Joe Willock. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with Lucas Torreira. I think Lucas Torreira would be ideal for this game because his aggressiveness that he has, his toughness, I think will be very handy because he'll be coming up against the likes of Milner or Henderson. So I think this would be very, very ideal for him to have in this game. So I'm going to go with Lucas Torreira. Playing in that number 10 role in front of the midfield, I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos. He had an outstanding debut against Burnley. He put in a lovely 10 out of 10 performance. You know, Dani Ceballos reminds me of Santi Cazorla and Cesc Fabregas. If you looked at the way Dani Ceballos was playing, the way he dropped his shoulder and spun round the player, that is very, very identical to the way Santi Cazorla used to play for us. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself because it's early days yet, and you know, we've still got about 36 games to play yet. So I want to see more of him, and I want to see more of that what he done at Burnley, and I want him to see him do it in the bigger games as well. So I'm gonna go with Dani Ceballos. Playing as the three up front, the attacking area. Out on the right, I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. Now, I see really, really bright future for him at Arsenal. You know, you saw a little glimpse of what he can do against Burnley. You know, the little nutmegs, the little skills that he can do. And I'm expecting many more for him to come. I want to see him to have a good full 90 minutes on the field, just so he can get up to speed with the likes, you know, with the Premier League. But he does still need to adapt. But I don't think it will take him that long. So I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. Out on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang got a goal against Newcastle, got a goal against Burnley, and he's back to where he left off from last season. He's a goal-scoring machine. Yes, maybe, you know, against Newcastle, he may have had 89 quiet minutes, but when that time comes, he will do it. He will step up and take that opportunity when it comes. And I reckon that he will score in this game as well. So I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Playing in the middle of the three, I'm going to go with Alexander Lacazette. He scored a goal against Burnley, which is very, very nice to see. He is a hard-working player. He puts in the shift in that we need, and he's a goal scorer. He is a goal scorer, but maybe he doesn't score as many goals as to what Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang does, but you know, he still does the business. He still tracks back. He still puts in the shift. So I'm going to go with Alexander Lacazette. So guys, that is my preview. That is my predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments box, as always, what you think of my 1 to 11. Do you agree or do you disagree? What you would keep? What would you change? If not, let me know of your 1 to 11. My predicted score for the Liverpool and Arsenal game. See, I would be happy with a draw, like I said earlier in the video. But I reckon Arsenal can come away with it. If we can play with a front three up top, then we would be frightening. And I reckon that would be the threat that Liverpool have to deal with, is Aubameyang, Lacazette and Nicolas Pepe. So for this game, I reckon we can get something out of it. I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-1 win. Guys, if you are new around here, make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button as well. Make sure you are leaving your comments below, and also making sure that you are smashing that notification bell so you do not miss a single upload. Guys, until my players ratings, I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.